Hey y'all, today I'm going to share with you a recipe that my friend Daniel from YouTube shared with me. He thought it sounded good. I think it sounds good. I think it's a great recipe that you can build on to add different flavors and sauces and spices and vegetables and all that if you want to, but I'm going to make it just as it is written today. And it's called 6-layer dish, or it's also called, I have it written down here, Shipwreck. So it couldn't be a more simpler recipe, and I think I'm gonna really like it because I do enjoy vegetables a lot. So I'm gonna bring you down to my casserole dish here. 9 by 13, and I'm just gonna spray it. And I went ahead and cut everything up so that you didn't have to watch me cut stuff. So I took about 6 fairly small russet potatoes and washed them, and then sliced them, and they're sliced about that thick. So that goes on the bottom layer. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. That looks pretty good. And to that, now I'm putting in more than the recipe calls for. This is supposed to be 2 cups of potatoes, but you can tell it's more. Also, it's supposed to be 2 cups of celery, but it's more, and that's fine. And I do not like celery raw, but I really enjoy it cooked. So if you don't like celery and you don't like it cooked, then just leave it out. So we have our layer of celery. And the next thing we're going to do is add hamburger. And it's supposed to be 2 cups of hamburger, but as you can see, I have more, and I'm just going to use it all. And my oven just preheated to 350. And this cooks for 2 hours. So it's going to be in your oven for quite a while. But everything will be nice and tender and cooked. So just shred up your raw hamburger. And this will cook down. Okay, now I'm not really mashing down that hamburger much. I'm just kind of letting it just be fluffy. Then you have onion. This is one large onion, and just spread it across the top. I don't know if you can hear Kaylin or not, but her and Caleb are playing, and I can hear her in here. Okay, the next thing you want is green pepper. chopped fairly fine. So I keep some green pepper in the oven, in the freezer, so I can just grab it when I need it. A little bit more. Okay. Then I'll drop some potatoes. Let me rinse my hands. Then we're going to put this 1 can of diced tomatoes. Since I put a lot more of the vegetables, I probably could put 2 cans, but I'm just going to go ahead and put this 1 can, because I really don't think I have room for 2 cans. And then on top of that, we're going to put salt and pepper. So there's the salt. Here's the pepper. And so that is it for the ingredients. That'll make a nice big casserole with a lot left over, and you could even freeze this, I feel like, with no problem. So I am going to put that in the oven on 350 uncovered for 2 hours. After the first hour, I will check on it, and if it looks like it might be browning too much, I will put some foil on it, or at any time I will do that. But otherwise, I'm just going to let it cook uncovered. So we will be back and see what it tastes like shortly. The 6-layer dish is finished, and I'll tell you that probably 3/4 of the way through, a little over an hour, I went ahead and laid a sheet of aluminum foil over the top. I didn't tuck it in the sides and all, because I felt like it was getting brown enough and cooked enough where it didn't need to be uncovered. And anyway, I've left it, or I took it out a little bit ago, and I've let it sit here. And just because when I taste it, I don't want my mouth to get burned because it's real hot. And it looks good and it smells good, and as I told you before, it would be an excellent base for anything sauce or vegetable or seasonings that you would want. It really would make a good base. So I'm going to bring it down, and here it is. And that's what it looks like after cooking for 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and get a piece. For some reason, I think barbecue sauce would be good on it. So there it is. It looks pretty much probably like you would expect it to look. And now, I'll give it a taste and I'll tell you what I think. That is really good. I think it does need more salt. I know I put some salt at the end, but it needs it in the layers more. And I think it does need, like I said, barbecue sauce. I think it does need something like that to make the flavor a little bit more, but it is very good. It really is. So thank you, Daniel, for sharing the recipe with me, and I hope that y'all give this a try and do what you want to it to make it your very own. And I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day and stay safe. Bye-bye.